It's time to put on those thinking caps and get ready to have some fun. In today's Creative Corner, we're giving science a try with a simple DIY. We're excited to welcome Mr. C with us today for a little science experiment. Mr. C, what's going on?
Hey, Grace, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Always love catching up with you. We always have such mesmerizing science to talk through. What are we going to be doing today?
Yeah, so I'm super glad to be here and super excited. And actually, to break the tension today a little bit, we're going to be doing some soap bubbles. So we're going to make some bubbles, some square bubbles, and just have some fun in general. And if you've never made a recipe like this before, making bubble recipes are super simple. You take 2 parts water and 1 part soap. Mix them together as much as you need, and boom, you've got a great recipe. And if you need some glycerin, you can throw some glycerin in there to thicken it up, or even corn syrup if you don't have glycerin at the house.
Okay, so is that kind of what we're seeing, that blue big bowl right there? Is that what that's full of?
Yes, I made this specially for today's segment, and this is basically a super simple bubble solution. And once you have this, then the magic starts. So for those of you who don't know, bubbles are just awesome, right? So you can take this bubble solution,
so cool. Easy
and you can
peasy.
make a bubble. Yeah, look, I can bring it right up to you, and then I let it go. It's a bubble. But when it hits my hand, it pops, right? And the reason it pops is that I have oils and grease on my hand that make it pop. That bubble just doesn't want to, it doesn't like it. But here's the thing. If you have a glove of some sort at your house, this is what I want everyone to try. If you want to hold a bubble, put on a glove that's soft and that's new, right? Because now my hand, the grease from my hand, isn't going to be touching the bubble. So let's see if it changes anything. And if we're lucky, whoops, I probably need a bubble first.
Let's see what happens. Oh, that's so cool.
There you go. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
You're just bouncing that bubble around.
It eventually pops because it evaporates, right? So a bubble, the reason you can't blow a bubble with just water is because water has surface tension. But when we add the dish soap to it, it allows the water molecules to sort of stretch. And that's what gives us that bubble form. And when we have air, that sphere is the coolest shape because air pressure is pushing on it, and that's the best shape for a bubble to be. So we get these really cool spheres. But Grace, have you ever seen a square bubble before?
No, I've never heard of that. I didn't know that was possible.
Well, I want to show you something, and I hope it works. So what I've done here, and folks at home can actually just hop on to my website, DIYsciencetime.com, to build one of these. I have a whole episode on surface tension, and you can build this cube, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to submerge this cube into our solution. Now, I have these trays here so I don't make a mess. And if you can get outside, take this outside. Sometimes it's a lot easier. So I'm gonna pull it out, and you can already see there's like that. See that little square that we're getting in the light? Now, what's really cool is if I set that down, hopefully I can get it done before it pops. It just popped. All right, I got to work two-handed here. So when you pull it out, and I'm gonna take this down, and I'm gonna blow a bubble onto that, and I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Did you see it? Did you see it? It's popping because I'm like blowing on it right now. But
yes.
You can build this really cool cube and make square bubbles at your house. And it kind of defies this idea of a spherical bubble.
What are you using to build that cube?
So it's built with pipe cleaners, so Chanel fins, and then also just straws. Super simple. And then once you get it out, you just literally, whoops, that one wants to float. Hey, get in there. There we go.
That's so cool. It's like a suspending square.
That's exactly what it is. And technically, it's not a square bubble. It's just because the soap, it wants to hang on to the parts that were there. So it kind of just makes it appear like a square. So it's more like a cube, but it's actually really fun. And then when you have all of this stuff, Grace, you need one more thing to do, right? So I took a water bottle, and I took an old sock. It's clean, just so you know. I took soap, and I cut off the bottom of it. And basically, you can do this. Watch this. I'm going to dip this in. And what's inside of a bubble, Grace?
Air.
Air, right? So watch this.
That's right. Oh, my gosh. It's blowing lava, but instead of lava, it's bubbles.
Yeah, it's like a big snake bubble, right? There are thousands of bubbles right here, and that's because we're pushing the air through the knit of the sock, right? So it's creating all these tiny little pockets of air, and we form this huge monster snake bubble. So
that is so wild.
3 of my favorite soap activities Well, favorite bubble activities to do if you have some spare time at home.
And the cool thing about this is the stuff you probably already have at home. Look at you blowing that snake bubble. That's so cool. So you might as well grab those kiddos, grab some of these materials. Really, all you need are the bare basics of that dish soap and water and maybe a little bucket, and have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's a fun and clean way to have, fun learning about science. So awesomeness.
Mr. C, what's the importance of kids and all people just getting excited about learning and about science in general?
So here's the coolest thing about the world, and specifically science. It's all around us. So if you want to be, well, not if you want to be, you're probably curious about the world, right? Everything around us is science. So just exploring, having fun, and not being afraid to make mistakes and failing, that's what learning's all about. So give it a try. If it doesn't work the first time, try it again. And if it doesn't work the second time, try it again. Because learning, making mistakes and failing is half the fun when you're doing stuff like this.
So true. Okay, and I know that you have some great resources on your website where people can watch a ton of your videos. You got cool activity sheets, you got a cool science journal, everything people could want. And if you want to give it a try, or all the other fun experiments he has on his website, maybe download that science journal, whatever it may be, we'll connect you with all you need to know over on our website, ciliving.tv.